pretty cool.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Grid. My name is Scott Kelby. I'm joined by Mr. RC Concepcion.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? What's going on?
Why aren't you wearing red today?
I didn't get the
You had
memo.
every opportunity. Oh, look,
there's
watch
just one
what's
thing,
going to happen. This is odd, but a laptop, if you put your hand out, sometimes a laptop appears. Thank you. So
everywhere.
that was Ajna helping me out. So I was at the house and I left without my laptop.
Jesus.
And my wife, I talked to her on the phone. I go, I can't believe I left the house without my laptop. She was like, oh, well, I'll drop by. My wife went all the way to the house, which is
nice.
all the ways. It's 2.5 hours from here. No, it's not, but it's a ways. It's a ways. And she went and got it and brought it here.
Oh, that's cool.
But she wasn't brave enough to bring it on the show, so she had Ajna give this to Scott. But anyway, so I have a laptop thanks to Calibra. So.
I was just regaling Scott with the stories of what happened yesterday. So
Oh yeah, he's got a story.
It's kind of neat.
And we'll get to our show in just a second.
Yeah, I just got to tell this dumb story because I think it's great. So a guy named Kim, local here from a photography club, has been following the saga of me wanting to build a Wing Chun dummy.
What is a Wing Chun dummy?
A Wing Chun dummy is a dummy that is used in Kung Fu when you're practicing Kung Fu. And it looks kind of like this. Here, I'll just show you. So it's basically something that looks like this, right?
Yep.
And then you use it to just kind of practice forms and do all sorts of different things. If you've been watching Ip Man or something like that.
You hit it hits your back.
Yeah, so it's basically something that you use, but it's a giant trunk, right? And what happens with it is a lot of that stuff is made by MDF and things like that. And I was talking to one of the guys here locally, and he's apparently he's been a woodsman, like a woodworker for like an incredible amount of years. Insane stuff. And he's like, yeah, you know what, man? It's cool if you try to do it out of MDF and, kind of build one. He's like, but wouldn't you want to build one from scratch? Like, wouldn't you want to build one the way the Chinese did a long, long time ago? And he's like, so this is what I did. He's like, I went to a property, a friend's property, and we grabbed the fur.
Sure, it was a friend's.
And he's like, we got a tractor and we pulled a fur out, and this is the fur. So he cut it down to a 7-foot block, and it's got all the bark on it. And he's like, but his thing is that he does stuff with antique tools. He's like, I want you to do this using antique tools. So he went out and
It's actually pronounced antique.
Antique tools. So he went out and like, this is his shop. I don't want to, kind of give up too much on it, but this is what we're going to use for the arms for it, which I think is kind of neat.
Was that Steve Wozniak?
No.
Okay.
That's his lathe. But basically, this is called an adze, which I did not know what it was, right? And it's
I
almost
saw
kind
that
of
in
like
a horror
hoe,
movie. Was that in Saw?
right? And so we're going to use that to take the bark off, and then this is going to be used to kind of shave the tree down.
That's definitely
But part of
Saw.
the process is to me kind of get out there and take the bark off of this, and we're actually going to do this using old tools. So I'm kind of excited about it. I mean, I work a lot in tech. I do a lot of stuff on computers, but I'm not very good with my hands. So it's been one of those dreams where I've wanted to kind of build something with my hands and do stuff. And, thanks to Kim, thank you so much for that. I drove home and I was like ear to ear on working with something. I thought it was really, really neat.
When it's done, the two of you can sit there and look at it and go, everybody Wing Chun tonight. Okay, sorry. Hey, well, that was an interesting story that had no tie to photography, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what
which is
does
neat.
have a tie to photography? Mr. Brad Moore.
What's going on, bro? How
What's
you doing?
up, Brad? What's up?
Not much.
How are things in the world of Brad?
Things are good.
I see you're in someone's bedroom, is it?
Apparently.
Dude, that set couldn't look any worse if you tried. Seriously.
Nothing
are you in a
to do with
nursing
me.
home? Where are you at? Is it a doctor's office? Where are you?
I never know. It's a surprise
Man,
every
it's a
week.
funky looking set. But anyway, but it's good to have you here. What's going on? You shot a really big show this past weekend.
Yeah, I shot a show called Winter Gem. It's this concert that is put on by this group, New Song. You may know, possibly hate them for their song Christmas Shoes, whatever. But they do the show for like families and church groups and stuff where it's like $10 at the door, so you don't have to buy tickets and it's affordable. But it's like a full-on big production. It sells out everywhere they go, and it was at Emily Arena here, and I was shooting for the arena, so it was a lot of fun. Got some good
You got
shots
some
from
good
it.
shots.
Yeah.
If you go over and look on Brad's Instagram page, he's been posting a lot of shots from there. And one of the bands posted one of your shots today, didn't they?
Yeah, thankfully I have a connection to one of the record labels that has a couple artists on the tour, so I sent pictures to the record label and artists, and they posted to Instagram. And
hey, we
getting a
can
lot-
see your
getting a lot of
Instagram right
likes.
here. We can flip over to RC's computer real quick. You can see it.
So if you look over at Instagram.com/BeMoreVisuals, that's the place where you can see a lot of Brad's stuff. Brad's just an amazing photographer.
Yeah, look
like
at that.
he comes in and he's like,
Is
I
that
just
Glenn
want you
Fry?
to.
You got Glenn Fry up there? Oh,
Yeah,
It was one
that
of
was
those.
heartbreaking.
yeah.
Dude, there's a super group forming somewhere, man. You got David Bowie,
Bowie
you've
and-
got Lemmy, you've got
Natalie Cole.
Natalie Cole, Glenn Frey. It's something's brewing. But it was just, but he's like, oh, take a look at some of my pictures. And I'm like, yeah, no, that kind of sucks. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? I don't want to look at your pictures anymore. I'm
Look at that.
done.
That's some great stuff there. Really great stuff.
So, I mean,
All right.
This is what it's like.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, go check out Brad's Instagram page. So we're going to just launch into the show. Today, our show is website critiques. So we put out a call earlier today to say this. Hey,
Hey.
got a website?
Can we take a look at it?
Can we take a look at it? And we'll kind of try to critique it and let you know how it could be a more impactful website. I will say this. When we do this, and we do it every 6 weeks or something, it's not a regular schedule. We kind of do it when we do it maybe 8
Right.
weeks. Every time we do it, it really has an impact because we hear from a lot of people, not only a lot of people that we critiqued, but a lot of people that watched it and said, oh my gosh, I looked at my own website after what you said and realized that, I needed to make some changes. And so it's gotten a lot of great feedback, both from people who we critique and lots of people we didn't critique. So anyway, that was, it's a fun show to do. And let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to start off with our very first one.
Okay, so this is Blue Vines Photography by Roger Elliott. Now, put you on the spot right now. Scott, what font is that?
That is, I believe, Cezanne, which is a great font from, I believe it's P22 is the name of the font house. I am a fontophile.
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't know the fact that you are actually quite the fontophile. Like, you know fonts.
Can I tell you why? Can I just give you 30 seconds on why I know fonts? Because years ago, I used to be a graphic designer, and I thought that, knowing fonts was going to be like a thing that clients would expect. Like I thought the clients would know and all this kind of stuff. And I spent a lot of time and loved it. I really still love typography and fonts and things like that. But I thought that typefaces would be something that customers would ask for. And well, our official typeface is this and all. And I realized in no time at all, nobody outside of a graphic designer has any knowledge. So I learned it all. And it's still handy, because you can go, oh, but you know what? Now there's websites where if you copy and paste it on there, it would say, oh, that's Cezanne.
Right.
So whatever art I have is kind of a lost art.
Favorite font? Favorite font? you
Favorite
have?
font? Gosh, I tell you what, I have so many I love. I use Myriad Pro a lot. The Myriad Pro line's really nice, but I'm using one called, I've been using it in my slideshows, and I really like it. It begins with a K. Give me a second, and I'll look it up
Okay.
for you. But Kazuka? K-A-Z-U-K-A?
Z-U-K-A, yes, Kazuka. Yeah.
That's a really nice, very contemporary, really kind of a hip, slideshow font, because I build a million slideshows.
I'm always in love with American Typewriter, but I can never really find a spot where I can use it. I
Yeah,
like
you know what
the
that's good
slab.
for? Ransom notes and stuff.
It's just
I'm holding your whoever. All right. So
I'm
Blue
holding your
Vines
website
photography.
hostage, Blue Vines.
First off, Blue Vines, this would look a lot better if you did lowercase, all lowercase b, lowercase v, lowercase p. In this particular font looks just absolutely awesome. But here's the thing, and just my first take at this, because you're already using a font I love, and it looks like the other font is, I'm going to say Optima.
It does look Optima.
Right.
I was going to say Trajan, but it's not as exaggerated on the edges.
I think that's odd.
It could be Optima.
Well, Trajan's a serif font. That's a sans serif.
No, it's got serifs. Just on the very, very tips of them.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
saying.
Optima. Anyway, it's whatever. I always thought of Optima as a sans serif font, but who cares? So here's the thing. You know what this site is about? It's about your logo.
Right.
This is when I come here, I'm thinking, wow, that's a big giant logo. Where's a big giant picture?
Yeah, it's lost under the fold. Something's happening under the fold, but it's and by fold I mean this is the first part of the page.
Right.
So this is the fold right here, the scrollable part. So when you get to this one section, there's the pictures.
Yeah, you've got an
That's kinda neat.
opportunity to make an impact, and you completely missed it. You're all focused on your name. I would make Blue Vines Photography and by Roger Elliott literally half of that.
Right.
And I would find a way to get your picture. I mean, really, and you'll see when we look at some other ones today, you go by their site and the first thing you think is, ooh, this guy's good. I go by your site and the first thing I think is, your logo's too big. I don't think anything about your photography whatsoever. You look like your site is a logo.
Yep.
And so you really got to, I tell you what, people today have such a short attention span. They look at something and they make a quick decision.
I also like the right here between these two. That's throwing me off.
Oh, the kerning?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
between
you could
there
probably
and
kern that.
there and-
Yeah, there's some kerning issues here with the font as well, but that, anyway. Now, some of those would be taken care of, by the way, by making them lowercase, right? Because
Right.
the B would actually be connected to the L,
Right.
and then your kerning problems would go away. But anyway.
Now, just if I may offer some suggestions on the pure marketing side of it, like Blue Vines Photography by Roger Elliott, I feel like it's almost kind of like you're going Lipton Soup by Campbell's. Like
Yeah.
it's either one or
Why
it's
not
the
Roger
other.
Elliott Photography? Right.
Yeah, either or Blue Vines Photography. Like a lot of the times,
Yeah.
people will make a website general so that it could seem like it's bigger than it is. So Blue Vines Photography, then you have a series of photographers under Blue Vines.
Yeah, but-
and I can kind of understand that.
Right, but look at his first sentence. His first sentence is, "Welcome to Blue Vines Photography by Roger Elliott." Why don't you just leave it there? Like, take your name out in big giant letters and just go Blue Vines Photography, Lifestyle Portrait Photography, and then get right. Because you're going to say your name again. It's like you just said your name again, and the very first sentence says your name and your. So look at that.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Yep. Look at that. The name of your photography, then your name. Very first sentence, the name of your photography, and your name again. And then your name again. Roger's professionally trained. Just like
Experience. So this is like redundant, professionally
Yeah.
trained experience, as in a professionally trained novice photographer. And it's-
Yeah, we figured that you were professionally trained. Okay, so
So
yeah. By the way, you said it says a professionally
Ooh,
trained.
look at this picture. This is a cool picture. Imagine
another
this
cool
picture.
picture.
Imagine this picture as the whole part of the page.
Yeah.
And then all it says is Blue Vines Photography, Roger Elliott.
Yeah, you could do so much here. So hold on, Brad has a comment.
So if you're having to tell people that you're a professionally trained photographer, then there might be something wrong with your pictures if they're not speaking for themselves.
Yeah.
Like people should be able to look at your pictures and,
what?
go, "Ooh, this guy's a pro."
He's a good photographer. We can see that he's a good
Right.
photographer.
So, I haven't even looked at the website, but
Right.
I'm just saying if your pictures
No,
are
he's
good
pretty
enough, people will know you're a professional. You don't have to tell people you're a professional.
Yeah. And so, Roger, I think you're not doing yourself a service here.
Yeah,
You're
so
making
I'm-
us, work a little to get to.
I'm going through this, like, I see what you're trying to do here, and with the word investment, it's kind of the old marketing term of it's not what it costs, it's what it's worth,
yeah.
kind of thing. But it's a price list. If you're gonna make a price list, just make it a price list. Like I'm sitting there going investment, and it starts sounding very salesy. Like it's just like, hey, this is what your investment is gonna give you. Just call it a cost sheet or a price sheet if you're.
I got
that's what you're
another
gonna do.
design tip for you. Look how close your type is to the border. Your type is way close to the border.
Here?
Yeah.
He's gotta pad that.
And you gotta put about a half an inch on each side of that. Oh, RC's gonna hack your. He's not going to hack your site, but you got to add more padding between your text and that line because it's so tight. And you know what? One of the reasons why you want a big border is it appears easier to read, and people will make a determination if they're going to read your text based on how easy it looks to read. So if it's
I don't wanna
easier
confuse
to
anybody
read.
here. Yeah, it's just this has got to come in. This just as a general rule, like if you're going to do this, you should probably pad to where your nav is. Like
Yeah,
if,
that would
if
be
you're going to
nice.
have that, just
Yeah.
put it right here, just in this one section. I think that would be pretty good. Then you have Meet Roger. Let's meet Roger, and there's Roger. No picture. Oh, there's a picture right there of Roger. Hey, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Sorry, I'm about to tell you something. You know what? Why don't you do this? Take this picture and put it all the way over here. right? And then just align it to the right so that you could see and then read at the same time.
Also, if I lose interest in your bio, I'll never see you. You're past the story.
Right.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, you got to move that way up, and it can be a lot smaller too. Hey, Stephanie is asking a question. She said, should you have a name for your business or just use your own name? I want people to know I'm Stephanie Richer, not something like Blissful Hearts Photography.
And that's one of those things. That's a very, I think it's a very personal and stylistic thing that people usually do. Like, you don't want to be known as John Smith Photography if your name is John Smith. There could be a lot of John Smiths. So there could be one reason why people want to differentiate themselves. People want to use a company name to try to be whimsical or funny or interesting about that, intriguing about that stuff. I know that I struggle with that myself when I talk about stuff, because a lot of the times everybody knows me as RC, and my website is about RC. All of that stuff is all about RC. But my photography...
Oh, trust me, it's all about RC.
But my photography for the longest time, and you were the one that actually came back to that story where I had gone to a seminar, and this was a long time ago, maybe 10, 12 years ago or something, maybe more, where I was talking about marketing and my photography, and they were just like, why don't you just go as Rafael Concepcion, which is what your name is. Yeah. And I was like, that just sounds pretentious.
It's not pretentious. If your name is Raphael, it's your name. Now, if your name is Ralph and you call it Raphael, that's pretentious.
Right.
But if your actual name is Raphael, how could that possibly be pretentious?
I know.
It's your name.
And that was the thing. It's like, for the longest time, people were like, well, why don't you just call yourself, just call it Rafael Concepcion Photography.
Do they have to say it all Spanishy like that?
Yeah.
Can they just say like,
no,
it's Rafael Concepcion?
No, but that's actually that's one of the reasons where RC was born, like a long time ago.
How about just Raphael?
It's just
or Raf,
Raphael,
or just
So it all depends. It all depends. I
tend to go with Stephanie on that one though. I just go Scott Kelby Photography. I think that Roger Elliott Photography sounds terrific. I don't get the Blue Vines thing, but there may be a backstory. But let me put it this way: as a customer, I really don't care. Right. But I can tell you it's easier to find Roger Elliott Photography than remembering what yours was called.
Right.
All right. So we're spending too much time on Roger. But Roger, you're a good photographer. You got a bad website.
Right.
You need to, and you're going to see some later that I'm sure that we're going to see some really good ones, and we'll let you know, hey, Roger, this is the one that you should use.
Now, and also the other thing that I would probably do here is, and this is one of those things where people talk about blogs as websites, and this isn't just a criticism it's not just a criticism for Roger Elliott, but more just in general. I'm a big advocate of individuals using their website for blog-related content. But because what happens with this is, as you're posting most of this stuff, you're kind of trying to precondition individuals that are coming to see a post today, see a post tomorrow, see a post next week. And what happens is, if you lead off on a business website with just a portfolio, very rarely will somebody turn around and say, oh my God, I'd love to be able to go back to Roger Elliott Photography and see if he updated his portfolio. People just don't say that. But what they do is they go onto your blog and they'll take a look at it. Brad's like, he said doo-doo. No, but what people will do is they'll go back to a website if they see that there is blog content, because they presume that will be updated. So what I would do if it were me is, if you're going to have a blog, I would lead off with a blog so that you have constantly reminding people, this is what you do, this is a picture. This is what you do, this is a picture. I would use more of an image, less of your name, shove this up to the upper left and put your navigation there. Reorganize a little bit of your navigation. So start with Meet Roger.
You know what? I would just bail on this.
Like that.
I got to be honest with you, Roger. I would just bail on this site. It's just not a good site. Good photographer, bad site. It's so easy to have a nice site. It's so inexpensive. Number one, you can go to Squarespace.
Yep.
Like $8 a month, and they're all pre-designed. Just drop your photos in and walk away.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's got great shots.
Yeah.
And we don't want to turn it into
right?
into an examination of your work, because obviously you guys have great work. But your work should be front and center, not your logo.
Yeah, not your logo. Okay, enough said. We're going to take a short break because we've only gone through one website.
But we'll go through more. They'll be a lot faster.
Maybe we'll go through two. Anyway, we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away. We're live here on The Grid. It's Wednesday, and feel the love. Be the love. Make the love.
So we all love food. How do we get food to look amazing on camera? I'm Steve Hansen. I'm a commercial food and beverage photographer based in Seattle. And in this class, we're going to be showing you how to do just that using nothing more than a window and natural light. We're going to be covering a variety of things, how to manipulate that light, how to style the perfect egg. We're going to be shooting a breakfast table from overhead. We're going to be shooting lemonade being illuminated from the back and creating this amazing glow. And we'll be covering a multitude of additional techniques which will take your food photography to the next level. Come check out my class on food photography and styling with natural light on Kelby One.
So you have a GoPro. You may have even used it a little bit. But how do you get the footage off of that camera onto YouTube or Facebook or wherever you want to share it? How do you edit your footage into a story that you can share with family and friends? Hi everyone, I'm Mia McCormick, and that's what my brand new class on Kelby One is all about. I'm going to bring you up to speed on GoPro Studio. That's their free editing software, and I'm going to give you the tips and techniques to get your very best GoPro footage yet. So I hope you'll come check out my brand new class on KelbyOne.com.
Welcome back, everybody. RC here on the grid with Mr. Scott Kelby. We're talking about portfolio critiques on websites.
Good comment. Somebody wrote, and of course their name is Anonymous2937. Says also, don't make the business name too long because when you're buying a domain name, you want it to be short and quick to remember.
Yep. I think that's a good thing. A lot of the times I tell people that domain names don't have to be tied to your website at all. Like, you don't have to have your business name tied to your domain name. It's just, you want your domain name to be something that people remember. I think that part is it's often confused, but it's one of those things where you don't necessarily need to.
What do we got? Who's
this
next?
guy wins. This guy wins the coolest name award in the world. Homer McFanboy.
Homer McFanboy. His name does. That's pretty good, actually.
I think that's awesome.
Hey, I see RG3.
So Homer McFanboy. I like this website layout. I think it looks really cool. I don't know what this X button
Can I
does.
tell you what it reminds me of? I feel like I'm on Flickr. It's nicely done. I do like that you see a lot of pictures. He's a good photographer.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, he does all kinds of stuff. It looks like he's an event photographer, right? So he does. I see sports. I see concerts.
Well, what I like about it is since he's doing a lot of events, the site looks like it's very event based.
Yeah, he's good.
So it looks like it looks big. It looks like he does a lot of work.
You know what it is? I like that. You just said something really good. His site looks like it's an event photographer's website. Yeah, that's good. He's good too, dude. That's a good shot of RG3. There's Tiger. There's
he goes from the top chef
Presidente.
to El Presidente. That's kind of cool.
And you got some country music there.
Yeah,
You got Kirk Cousins.
I think this is cool. So I'm going to go to the About Me section.
He had a
Let's
good
just check.
year. He's going to get a good contract.
Brian Murphy. Okay, so his name is Brian Murphy. All right.
You know-
That's pretentious. He calls himself Homer
Wait a
McFanboy.
minute.
No, I'm just
I think
totally
I know
kidding.
Brian Murphy. I know him.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, he's good. he actually I think he shoots for the Redskins. He's good. I know him. Yeah, I'm glad I said he was good now. No, he's very good. He's good.
Yeah, I like this website a
Yeah,
lot.
no,
I
it's
wish
cool.
this
It's
were
very different.
I wish this were a little higher here, just on the About Me.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's
you're just being
nitpicking.
nitpicky. This is a good site. He's got a
no,
good
but his
site.
site is tight.
Yeah.
You click on this one
I
page.
think he goes by Murph.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so.
So-
Anyway, yeah, he's good.
I like it. He's a good shooter. Right? Blog, Wrestling's Capitals. It's man, I really wish I knew what to say about this because it's just tight. It's a good look. It's a really, really good
I love
look.
the Homer McFanboy.
I wish this share button were also at the top.
I know, but
Just
that's
but
really
nitpicky.
nitpicky. This
I'm
is
not
good.
But I don't want to just turn around and be like, listen, Homer, or Murph, you're good. There are a couple of little tiny things that you could do. You could probably do some modification of CSS here at the top of these headers to pull this up just a tiny bit. Under this guy looks like he knows what he's doing in terms of WordPress stuff. So what I would say is just go to your category list page and just pull this up. You could probably just write some CSS to do that. You could do the same thing on your About Me page. And you can just write some CSS to just pull that up, probably about 40 pixels, align it to the top, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's it. He's right. That would be better. One last thing, and this is important. you got to make sure that Colt McCoy takes a few more snaps next year because I think he's more talented than he's been.
No.
RG3 is gone. They owe him $16 million, and he spent the whole season on the bench. He's a goner. Time for more Colt McCoy. I do like Kirk Cousins, but all right.
So a little responsive.
It's a little responsive.
It changes
meaning that
a little
it looks
bit.
okay on mobile.
This has got to kind of fix itself a little
It's
bit.
got a hamburger.
Right? So
Yeah, there it is.
I
Hamburger.
wish you had your logo up here.
Oh, come on. You're nitpicking. This is a good site.
Well, no, I don't want to just be like, good, next. Like I want to make sure that we're giving him something.
Yeah.
So other than that, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Good.
All right, there's a couple of things to
He's
do
no-
in your spare time.
He's no Blue Vines, but that's
All right, who else we got?
all right. Let's go to the next one. All right. The Beauty Hunter.
Okay, can I say something? Now, this isn't the site that I would recommend for Blue Vines, but this is already way better than Blue Vines, and it's the same kind of thing. You have the name up front, and then you've got the person's name, and then you've got navigation, and then you got a picture. So if you decided to stay with that same ugly website you had, Blue Vines, this is a way better way to do it because you're pretty much getting some impact off the image right off the front page. And I think this isn't the one I would choose for you, but this is like a better version of what you have, a much better version of what you had.
Mm-hmm.
Can we look at that? Can you go back real quick and
To
look
Blue
at
Lines?
to Blue Lines? You can see it's very much the same thing. Go to his homepage.
The homepage?
No, not that homepage, the other one. Yeah, Blue Vines homepage.
Okay. I'm just bringing both of them to the homepage.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So look at that. And this is the same thing. I just want to point out. Look, it's his name of the photography. Who did it? Navigation, a little bit of text that's useless, and a portrait.
Right.
Now look at the next guys. Which one has more impact? It's the same exact information.
Right. Now, if it were me, Beauty Hunter,
Beauty Hunt.
you've got to find a different font that doesn't, because it looks Butte. Why? Like there's something on the type treatment that looks a little weird.
I read it
Nitpicky.
immediately as Beauty Hunter.
Nitpicky, small, but I would move this over to the left,
I
move
actually
your
thought it was the
navigation.
Booty Hunter when I first there.
I would move this to the left, move your navigation
That
up
looks
so that you can
delicious.
eliminate the scrolling on that.
I want a walnut.
But other than that, I think it looks really good.
Yeah. But
Oh,
this
he's in
is-
Cairo, Egypt.
In Cairo,
Cool.
Egypt. This is a nice, clean website, nice for photos, and
Yeah, Cairo, Egypt. I want to
Yeah.
go to Egypt so bad. Sabine's asking about Egypt. I like this.
Egypt's
Furniture.
awesome.
I've never been.
the Egyptian people, very, very friendly and nice.
Yeah?
Very, very nice.
Can't wait. We're going to go. But look, let's take a look. Clean, simple. Go to individual
Yeah, he's a
pictures.
good photographer.
Yeah, he is. So, a little bit of a delay here.
All right. While that's loading, we have a question. What are the top 5 things that you would say a photographer's website should have? I would say what your website should have, the number one thing is impact. If I look at your site, whether I'm a customer or another photographer or whatever, show me, I want to see your work as soon as I go there. Don't make me work for it. Don't make your logo too big. Impress me with an image. Like go there and go, hey, nice image. The first thing I want to see is an image that makes me think, hey, this she or he is good. They're good. That's good. Oh, I want to see more. Because you know what? If I go there and I scroll down and I finally see an image and it's, even if it's a good image, if it's small, it loses impact. And you know what makes images look great? Size. The guy from Cairo, his images were pretty big and they had impact right off the bat. And so I liked his site quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I think
Beauty Hunter.
The Beauty Hunter.
The Beauty Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, hey, look, if the title works for him, and that's the thing, like, is he delivering on that? Yes.
Yeah.
So part of me wants to be like, Beauty Hunter, really? Like, hi, I'm the Beauty Hunter. What's going on?
Beauty Hunter.
But his website does deliver on a lot of that
and his
stuff.
website, you know what it is too? I like how big his thumbnails are.
See, that looks clean.
That looks really nice. But look how big his thumbnails are.
Yeah.
They're big enough to where if you don't click on them, you still see what he's got.
Ooh, I used to wear Fahrenheit.
You
Let me
used
see
to
what he
wear
did.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah, I liked Fahrenheit. Thought it was pretty good.
All right. Okay. That's a good one.
My computer froze. Hold up a second. Here, let's go ahead and disconnect.
RC's, what are the top 5 mistakes you see photographers making on their website? I can tell you one.
Bad
Number
header.
1, bad header. No. Literally, logo too big. Logo too big is one of the biggest ones. Photos too small is one of the bigger ones. Number 3 is a lot more navigation than you need, right? Just like all kinds of links and stuff, and
I think also cutesy navigation is one of the other
cutesy
things.
navigation is the worst.
Where it's just like people, like you're a photographer. People, when you go to a photographer website, you know exactly what to expect. Categorical listing of the things that you shoot, who you are, how to get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Like the days of being cute with your website, like it was cool. Like
I got one.
8 years ago. I think that there wasn't such a high amount of individuals looking to get into websites or get online and be able to do that kind of stuff. I think that people had a little bit of an investment of wanting to spend some time and experience the site. But right now, I think people are just gonna get to the point. Get to the point. Get to the point.
This adds to what I'm saying. The other one, I said 4 things. Number 5, do not have a page where I have to click enter.
Yeah.
Don't show me a big picture and hit enter and then I get to your site. Don't put up a wall between me and your website. But I see that a lot. So if you have to say, what are the top 5 mistakes? I think that's absolutely one of them. Putting a wall up before your portfolio is bad stuff.
So
also, if you want me to click the button portfolio, please show me something that makes me want to click your, if you have a big picture on the front and I can go, oh, I want to see more of their work. If the picture in the front isn't awesome, you should have a pretty awesome picture to start.
Right.
All right.
So I mean, and just from me, for a technical standpoint, again, you have to keep in mind that you are going to lose a lot of individuals if you don't have that impact in the beginning. So making like this right here is a lot of wasted space if you are not.
You know what I would say to Beauty Hunter? I would say the image that you're starting with, the interior shot, that may be the work that you want to get, but that's not, I don't think by far your strongest shot.
Right.
It's an okay shot. I mean, it looks like you're a professional, but like that's a stronger opening image by far.
Right.
I think you have a lot of photos that we've seen in here that are a lot more captivating than the very first shot you started with.
Right.
The very first shot you started with it's okay.
Right.
But you have really good stuff. I would really look through there and maybe get some of the opinions of some other folks. So you start with a really strong image. Walnut.
Now, I would take the other thing that I would probably just offer as a last thing for individual, because this isn't just talking about Beauty Hunter, but more just if you're doing websites in this vein where your logo is kind of taking front and center, try to find any kind of design that'll take this logo, leave it front and center, and then split your nav. You could have your navigation here and here on this side.
Yeah, I see what you're
and
saying.
then have your navigation in the center. You gain so much more space out of that, and then your picture takes a little bit more impact.
There you go. All right,
So,
who else we got? Pretty good though, right?
Let's see. Yep.
See? That's impact.
Yes.
That is major impact Arunio.
Yes. I like this. I like this a lot. Like you look at this and you're like, I want to know more about what this person's doing.
Hey, I would give Lisa, is it? I would give Lisa the same advice. You got better photos than the first one that shows up. Mm-hmm. You have some really nice stuff. I would rethink your first image. Though, I mean, it's not bad, but you've got some really good stuff here. But you know what I like about hers? Look, it's not too many things to click. It's a lot of impact. I'm seeing your work, and that's a cool shot, right?
That's a nice shot.
You got some, Lisa. Let's reorder your shots. You got some good stuff here.
Yeah, lead a bit more. Now, here's the other thing that I would tell you from
I like that too.
Yeah, that's China.
No, that's Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
But that shot right there, that's the one she starts with.
Yeah.
It's all right, but it's like I don't even know where to look.
All right.
You've got, and that's okay. But you've got some good stuff. I mean, all of your stuff is good. I haven't seen a really weak shot yet.
I like this. I want to get the wood.
That one's better. This one right there
is better.
Is
better of the two.
Win Chun dummy.
Yes, I want.
That's what I tell you.
I think
now,
this is cute.
Everybody.
It's cute. Scroll me. Now that navigation's taking a little too long to load, I'm gonna leave. Oh, wait a minute. Did that just point to? That all that did was just show the arrow. Look. If you look at the top,
what's it do?
All it did was just show the picture of the arrow. It's not doing anything. So it wanted you to scroll. Understand that when people take a look at your website, they're going to think that means press me.
What does it mean?
Even though it means scroll down.
I thought it meant scroll down.
Yeah, but if you want to click, change the
it says
behavior
scroll
of this.
Me.
Yeah.
Maybe it shouldn't say me.
Yeah.
If you just say scroll, then I know to scroll. Oh, she's got like a blog there? This
Yeah.
is a nice website.
This needs to be cut down a little bit more. It gets getting cut off.
Yeah, well, it's also it's a little big.
Yeah.
It's got a Smug Mug site, very nice.
Yeah. There's the tweets. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
It looks really, really nice. Now, the only thing, if I were to offer one more bit, is you're beginning to see a lot more. I like this shot. You're beginning to see a lot more people use this kind of full page transparent thing. Consider, you don't have to, but just consider taking this box. Looks like you have CSS code right here that creates this when you go past a specific section to take the code and dim this to white. I would set this to black and have the transparency be really, 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 really transparent. So you could see a hint of black, because you lose your navigation when you have brighter images. So it works great when you have darker images, but right now you just finished losing 2 of these sections, almost 3 of these sections, and you can get to some areas where you lose it altogether.
Yeah, he's
So
right.
just if you make a small header change there to kind of dim that, I think that would be pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, it looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah. A couple of questions. Luke S., how many photos should you have in an opening slideshow? So here's the thing, Luke S. Get it? Lucas? No, Luke S. All right. Is number one would be... So I hired a portfolio consultant, and one of the things that she told me straight up was, there's nothing a photo editor hates more than an automatically running slideshow. Like, that is instant death for a photo editor. So now you might say, well, my clients aren't photo editors, they are wedding photography clients or something. So I don't know what the magic number is if you want to have an opening slideshow. I kind of hate an opening slideshow personally, because what'll happen is you'll see a great image and then it's gone. I would rather run it myself. If I see arrows, let me run it myself. I don't like a self-running anything, by the way. I don't want to go to a web page and the video plays without asking me. So if it were me, Luke, here's what I would tell you. You can put as many photos as you want and just let people click through. Or, maybe 5 or 6 and you loop back around. Pick 5 or 6 good images and loop back around. But how many is too many? More than 5 or 6. That's just my opinion. I don't have any data to back that up. Johan asked, what are things you don't want to see in a website? That was kind of what we talked about earlier, the opening page, the too big logo. I don't want to see too many images, and I don't want to see too many links. That's what I liked about Lisa's website. There was just like 4 or 5 links. It was very simple. It looked like a very simple experience. Jay Rowski Photos. You guys mentioned a CSS code that I can insert on my pages to make Squarespace push my images down rather than up. I'd rather it cut off feet than heads. Could you post that code? So this is interesting. It's interesting that you say that. So recently, and it would take me a little digging to find out, and I wasn't too worried about it because I figured I could ask RC, but a gentleman looked at my portfolio and said, you need to use a little bit of CSS code to actually shift your Squarespace website. So you're kind of cutting off the bottom instead of the top. And he was right. It was trimming off a little too much in the top of my website, like people's heads. And they're cut off, but they were cut off a little too much. And he said, if you scoot it down into the navigation, people are cool with it. They get it. But and he was right. So do you know where the code that would do that is?
Yeah, you'd have to take a look at how
me. I don't know where
he
it
did give
is.
it to you.
I think he did.
Well, I'd be curious. You'd have to
But
take
I'll
a
have
look
to
at the
through,
actual.
like my Facebook messages. I'm really bad about checking those. But
Yeah. It would be one thing. It's going to vary from page to page depending on how they have the CSS kind of set up
Yeah.
for that. But most websites, and again, I'm going to preface this by saying most.
why don't you ask
Because
Squarespace?
we can ask Squarespace.
Just ask Squarespace. Just send them a note. Their help is really good.
Go to Twitter and be like, @Scott Kelby's talking about you, asking about some code.
Yeah, well, you could do that too, but you could just actually send their help thing and say, here's my site. I'm a Squarespace customer. I want to move this down 22 pixels.
Right. Most websites, and I don't want to speak for Squarespace, but most websites, and I believe that they do as well, allow you to put in a specific amount of code.
They have a lot of customization.
Yeah, where you can actually override whatever the default CSS is, and it's gonna. So the amount of code or what it is that you put is going to vary from site to site, but it's usually either some sort of padding or some sort of increasing of the box that it sits in. So,
By the
we
way,
have to take a
CSS
look.
stands for Candy Stick Sugar.
Candy Stick
Okay,
Sugar.
let's look at another site.
Let's look at another site. Let's see.
Isn't that right, Candy
Vamos
Stick
para
Sugar?
aquí. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Look at this site. I hate the movement, but come on.
Yeah, it's
There's
the
way too
movement
much
ID.
movement going on there. But look at that.
Yeah, I'm glad it slowed down. Oh, there it goes. I know how. Okay, but I do like the.
They got a lot of misspelled words there. Fur.
What's
it's got
wrong
2
with-
dots above it, and
What is that?
Forden. There's a lot of misspelled words.
Look, he forgot to. Yeah, no, that is how you spell moment.
Sorry.
I like this photographer's stuff a lot.
I
Man,
do
that
too.
movement is killing me. You know what? I thought it was just like that one word moving in and it was done. Because
Yeah.
the first one moving in was interesting. And
Yeah,
just end
this
it.
is very distracting.
And then more of them come in. It's like, oh no,
Very distracting.
stop.
Knock this off.
Yeah, you got to knock that off. But it's so close because this is a good site and a good photographer.
But look-
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Where are these photographers when we do the blind critiques for
Yeah.
photos?
Yeah. This
Right?
is
Where
good.
are those? This guy's good. Everybody we've had today is a good photographer. We haven't had a single weak photographer today yet.
Yeah, this is really good. This has
is
got
a
to
good
go.
site, but man, right there, I'm impressed. That thing kind of came in,
Good.
and you're
then
like, hey,
stop.
this is good, and then it starts moving, and
And that's
get,
something you can set. You can set that. You can get rid of that. That's
Yeah, and
actually
I think
pretty
each
easy.
one of these is trying to give you it's like a marketing phrase or
Right.
something, you know.
That's you bought a template and you didn't disable this part. Just disable that part. You're totally cool.
Yeah.
Now from here, info. Let's just go
You
into
spelled
them.
that with an extra S. That's wrong.
Yeah, that's probably not good. All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty clear. I like that. I like the
This
use
is
of
a
the logo
nice
that's there.
site.
The photos, they're separated by category. That's kind of neat.
Pick that one right there. Sport. Ooh,
Oh,
well, that's
action
fine.
sport.
Oh, portraits is good. Either one.
Right? Very clean.
And the thumbnails are big enough. Yeah, this is good.
Nice shadow box. The load time. The load time could just be us. So that's all right. This is cool. Das ist good.
Oh, that was German. That was good.
There we go. Let's take a look. I just want to take a look at it in a couple of other sections. All right.
yeah,
So-
this is a very nicely done site.
Yeah, really, really nice.
I
So-
got to be honest with you. I don't understand a lot of the words, and so that's kind of killing it for me. No, I'm just kidding, of course.
Pros. So
Nice
now
blog.
this is what I would do. If you're running a blog, do something else here. Either continue your navigation so that your navigation stays constant as you're scrolling down, or add more blocks.
Okay, can I
here.
make mine?
Yeah.
Make your graphics a consistent amount. Like look at graphic number 1 in the blog. Let's say it's 600 pixels. Look at the next one, pixels. That's 720. Now go back. Here's 490.
Yeah.
Pick something and go with it. Find out what the dimension is that should be the right dimension for your blog. Make every graphic that size. It's not good to go back and forth. It looks kind of cheesy.
Right.
Outside of that, though, and the movement, you got a really nice
Yeah.
blog, and you're a really good photographer.
And if you're doing this, in WordPress, just a little nerd aside, you could go into the settings for your WordPress and change your default import options for the size for small, medium, and large.
and it'll automatically resize.
Yeah, so then you go, all right,
Yeah.
well, I want my medium image to be 700 pixels, so that every time that you
It'll do
import a
it, yeah.
picture, you just hit medium and it goes to 700 pixels, and you don't have to worry about the resizing of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's good.
Good. Nice. Let's see what
Nice
else
website.
we
Get
got.
rid of that animation, though.
Get rid of that animation. It's annoying.
Gorin. Good.
Okay.
The logo's a bit rough.
Yeah, the logo's rough.
The logo's very rough.
At least the images are big, and another good photographer.
Yeah. If you're going to do this, put this over here. That's
That
a
way,
lot
the
of white
picture,
space.
you don't have to scroll down to
You
see
don't
the
have to
bottom of
scroll
the
down.
picture.
I don't mind the fact that there's a background picture there, but
I don't think it's helping, honestly.
don't think it's helping.
You know what it is? I think that your background picture is competing with your foreground picture.
okay, yeah.
I'm okay with it on Twitter where I'm going to read a bunch of text, but on your portfolio site,
This is very annoying when you're
Yeah,
working
you're-
on websites. It's just, you don't want to have to do that,
Yeah.
right? If you go back to Killian's site, right, just go to the main portion of the Killian site, like, look, no scroll, up, down, the whole picture's right there.
yeah,
up, down, up,
I
down.
would have to agree with RC on this one.
This is very,
I would rather see that. You see how big your background picture is? Why can't that be your picture?
right.
And have your text overlay it like Lisa did earlier.
And also, here's another thing that I see from a nitpicking standpoint, just on the websites. Almost always, you see that there's a section here that says home. Everybody generally understands at this point, that if I clicked on your name, it's going to bring me home.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Everybody does not understand that.
Really?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. I cannot believe how many people don't know that. You know that because you're a web guy. I am stunned at how many people don't realize, and they're just stuck and they're like, I couldn't get back to home. If you click the logo. You click the logo. Yeah, not everybody knows that. Everybody under 18 knows that, and web people.
I'd love to see if I can make a poll about that because I debate that.
It's not fair for you to go to the people that would already follow you. Your people know. I'm
Right.
talking about the general public, a bride, a client. They don't always know to click the logo. It's not I would say a lot of people know it and a lot of people don't. It doesn't hurt to have the word home. It's not a
Right.
long word. It doesn't distract from anything.
But this is a lot of space.
You
Also,
know what you could do? You
Look.
could put a heat map on here. So what a heat map is it is a piece of software. You can get heat maps for free, and it will show you exactly where people click on your site. It'll show you this, and it'll do it in red, like this is where everybody clicked, and then they clicked a little on this and a little on this. And a heat map is a really good thing for you to use. And if you search for heat map free, you'll find heat maps for free online that will let, and you can also do trial versions of some of the heat maps that'll let you do, sites up to X amount of clicks per month and stuff. Anyway, there's a bunch of them. But it will give you literally a visual picture. And I think you would be stunned how many people click on home. You'd be like, your jaw would drop.
Okay.
All right.
That'd be good. That'd
All
be
right.
good to,
But anyway,
good to test.
So that's what I would say to that photographer is just, and look at the next one. Go to the next. Here we go. Look at this one.
Awesome. Oh,
Look
when
at
we
this.
do this, we'll take a break.
Break time?
Let's take a quick break. We'll
Wait
come
a
back
minute,
to
Wait a
it.
minute. Brad has not written any
Yeah, you
snarky,
did.
funny.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's
Brad's-
just break.
Told me to put it up, and I just put it up.
Okay.
Just break.
This is great.
Really, this is as good as we can do. Break.
look-
I try to
look.
mix it up.
I'll tell you this. We'll come back to it, but look what you have here.
Oh, we got a good.
No, no.
Oh no! I was so happy with this site. I was like, "What an
Ooh, 50
amazing
cal.
site!" And then that's a Barrett 50 cal.
But anyway, all right.
Right, break. He's
all right.
dancing it around. That didn't help, Brad.
All right. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll come back to this one website right after the break here.
It's
on the
good.
grid.
It's a good one, except for the bad thing.
I was very, very fortunate to shoot on location at an unbelievable place. The problem was when I posted the shots online, people would go, "Oh, well, sure, if you get to shoot in a place like that, you can make great shots." They're right. So what we wanted to do in this class is be able to show you how some of those shots were created that looked like they were done in the multi-million-dollar mansion, but we actually did them on an incredibly low budget. All you need to do is be a little clever, and you can create some amazing images.
Hey guys, Christina from Shark Pixel here. Check out my brand new class on kelby1.com. This class is designed to help take your retouching to the next level. From beginner skin techniques all the way to the end where you will achieve your master's in skin retouching. So I hope you'll come check out my brand new class only on kelby1.com.
Create your own space at squarespace.com.
Welcome back, everybody. RC here with Mr. Scott Kelby. We're doing website critiques on the grid. Scott, you have a Squarespace account.
Yes, I do. Thank you for
So
noticing.
you use this specifically for just sports pictures, correct?
No, so I'm kind of in transition. I have my
Okay.
sports there, and I also have my other stuff. But so this is a whole website that I did just for sports.
Right.
And so don't click on personal work because
Okay,
I
no,
stuck
just-
something else there that I realized should not be there.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's like I put a bunch of cars there, and like Brad was giving me crap the other day and saying, why does it say cars? I mean, why doesn't it just say cars? It's like your personal work, but it's just all automobiles. Well, I didn't intend it to be. I intended it to be some aviation.
It's
and some
Beavis.
Cars. It's not Beavis. It's Daryl Revis or Revis.
Oh, I was gonna say Beavis. I was like,
Yeah, dude, that guy's a beast. He's a
Yeah,
corner.
or
He's
something.
I can't believe we let him go. Anyway, yeah. So that's if you see mine. You notice my logo is pretty small. My navigation is really simple.
But I like this,
I tried to
and
make
you know
the
how many
image
you have
large.
here.
Yeah, you see how many images I have? I usually try to keep it around 24. I don't know who that guy is right there. Well, you're on Game Day Detail, right? Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
You're on Game Day Detail.
That's kind of neat.
So these are like, I do this like, behind, that's actual college football, I think, is that.
Nice.
Look at him yelling at him like, hey, dude, I'm in your face. Like, I'm in your face. Like, you're on the ground, and I'm like, I'm the guy that sacked you. Like,
I'm about to knee you in your junk.
yeah.
So- sorry.
I don't think he's going to knee him in his junk, but that's
Anyway,
nice.
let's
Okay,
go back to this
here.
one. So,
I was so happy when I first saw this site because I'm like, wow, it's big and bold, and it's like, but then I realized a couple of things. Number one, there's a back screen over everything. So
Right.
there's like a dark screen over things. It's like, and this is a good photographer, but they're putting up that wall between me and your portfolio. Now I got to click another thing to get to your portfolio.
Yeah, and what happens
I thought
is-
I was going to see your portfolio.
is this the Audi R8?
That
That looks like an Audi
could
R8.
be an R8. Yeah.
I love that car.
The front didn't look like an R8 though. I don't know.
So anyway, so you're looking at this, and it's
a nice shot.
when you have a website that just has an enter and just has these social icons, basically what you're saying is, oh, cool, website sold. I want to get in contact with you, and I don't think that it necessarily works that way.
You know
So-
what? Number one is I'd get rid of those buttons right there on the front. If you're going to make people enter, you know what it is? Don't make people enter. Why can't your website look like this? Why do you have to have another page that makes me go to it? Go ahead and hit enter here.
Maybe because it's a little anticlimactic when you get here.
That's
not
nice.
for the not for the picture.
Is that the same photographer? Is this the same site?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
Well, I don't think. I don't know. Wait, no. Let's go. Here, Ninja Smoke Bomb. Here. This is taking forever to load. I don't know if this is you or me, but I'd be out at this point. Like, you'd get this much. Oops, I'm done. Let's go to the next one. That's about as much as you'd get out of me.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Still
What's
loading.
going on
Like,
with that?
we must be on DSL. I'd rather go to Goran's website
Yeah,
at
let's
this
go to
point.
Goran.
And look, oh, still
Goran
loading.
loads.
Yeah, there we go. Here, let's take a look at this one thing. Okay. And it's still loading. And
Oh, that's really bad.
let's go over here. Take a look at this one. Wait, let's go. Still. Oh, did it load already? No, still loading.
Oh man, that's messed up.
No,
but you know
Goran's
what?
website
That
quite
site's
sucks, too.
messed up altogether because it starts off so great, and then it's
almost,
like, what
almost.
happened?
This reminds me of like 1997,
What
where you're like
happened?
on AOL dial-up, and you're like, man, I can't wait for that picture. It's gonna be good. Oh, I think I know what's happening here. I think I know exactly what's happening. I could be wrong, but I think I know what's happening here. What's happening here is it's got to be that it's trying to load everything.
Oh,
Because
trying
you
to
figure
preload?
It's preloading everything because you notice like there's a big flicker and all of the pages afterwards are pretty good.
I want to know.
Oh, no, never mind.
I want to know where the photographer
Here, let's go back
is
to
that took the
the
pictures
Beauty
on the front.
Hunter. Publish work. In the meantime, we'll come back. No, still loading.
Still loading. Yeah, okay, we made the point. Your page is a mess. You know what it is? I think it's time to start from scratch. Number one,
Bye.
yeah, we're bye. So that your site's got
Chances
some,
are you're uploading really large pictures that unnecessarily need to be large.
Yeah.
Here's a good example. You know what I'm doing right
Wow.
now? 1400 pixels, 72 DPI. 1400 pixels on the white side, 72 DPI is probably the largest that I would put in.
Well, I'm going by what Squarespace will tell you how same thing with SmugMug. They'll give you the like here, use this dimension, and then we'll take it from there.
But I usually don't put anything more than 70. I usually don't put
don't-
anything more than 1400 pixels because I want to make sure that load time stays low.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but
so
I
that's
mean,
one
dude,
thing.
if you do 24, mine go to mine real quick. Mine are 2400 pixels. All right.
You want to go to Squarespace?
Yeah. Just click portfolio. You don't have to go to sports.
Oh, okay.
We've already been there. Go to portfolio.
Vamos aquí. Okay. So,
All right. So it loaded pretty quick, and that's a big image, 2400 pixels.
right.
I think our connection's bad, dude, because I've never seen it load this slow. I think it might be on us. Yeah, dude, I've never seen him draw like that. Now, this is still way faster than the guys who's drawing for 2 days.
Right. So,
Yeah, but
I
dude,
like
that's
the
on
shot.
us.
I like this shot.
Thank you. I was laying down there in the fire.
Yeah. So,
If you're thinking it's a remote, man, are you off?
but oh, I want to get to that. Wait.
All right, where are we? Stop looking at every site on the thing.
Sorry, I'm going back. Wait.
Ay, ay, ay.
Espera un minuto. This is where we're. Nadir.
All right.
Alasi. It looks like a 500px
This is-
site.
Isn't that
or
bad?
A Flickr.
Okay, I'm okay with it. Oh, another good photographer.
Yeah. Egypt?
Could be Turkey. Could be the capital of Turkey. Gobble gobble.
Wow. Oh, these are some really cool shots.
Yeah. All right, this is where we went a little too far with the HDR. The further down you go, the more the juice gets there.
Yeah, I'd stop.
Yeah,
I'd stop.
yeah.
I'd get rid of this.
Yeah, that's got to go. Yeah. You had some really good stuff up top, and the further down you go, like I really thought, like I started at your portfolio and went, hey, this guy's really good. And you got less and less good as you went down. It was like, hey, he's good.
Yeah,
He's
like,
okay.
Yes. And then all
And
of a
then,
sudden you're like, oh,
you talked me out of it.
No.
By the time I got down there, I'm like, oh no, you're that over HDR guy. But this is not a critique of the photos, really. It's a critique of the site. The site's pretty good. I still like the bigger image, but it's not bad. Yeah, dude, I think our connection's kind of
It pops you into a new page. So that part I think is interesting.
I think your connection. Which Wi-Fi are you on? We got a bunch of them.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
I don't know. It's pretty bad.
It does. I do like this picture though. This is kind of neat.
Yeah, this is a good photographer, but I think they're showing some of their earlier
Oh,
work.
and then you go to this.
Ooh, what happened there?
Well, it looks like this is his
That's
blog.
his blog?
But it looks like the blog is.
What happened there?
It looks like he's using like a WordPress.com account for the blog. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Or it could be one of the. It could be just a free blog template because that's the only thing that it looks like. But it's definitely not this website. I think the website had really, really nice pictures. So if we had to give advice, this is also a lot of space to use. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a big fan of keeping all of this stuff. You lose a lot of visual impact down here at the bottom if that's what you're doing for pictures. So this is a lot of wasted real estate.
Yeah, I
in my
agree.
opinion.
But still, not bad overall. Can I tell you something, Nader? So one thing that is really funky here, and this is going to sound weird, but I'm telling you straight up truth. Your picture aiming off the page in the left corner is bad. It's bad. It literally makes people uncomfortable. You need to flip that image of yourself to where it is aiming into the page. You need to flip it horizontal. Go into Photoshop, flip it horizontal, re-upload it in that corner. This is kind of like a really basic design thing. And I talked about this in my wedding, this class I did on wedding page layout. That's instant death. Where your thing is there, it's really in a bad. You're leading people visually off. Yeah, you're supposed to come into the center, come into the image. You're like looking away. What is he looking at over there? You need to be looking at your picture. Flip that picture back towards your looking at your images. A different picture is not the problem. You got to flip it. Right. You got to flip it the other way or take a different picture. All right, but not too bad overall. Nature Crate photo. Now, I got to tell you something. I freaking hate insects. I don't ever want to see a picture of an insect, period. So if I came to, don't click on close-up, bro. Do not even do it. I would be out of here so fast. Let's look at flowers. This isn't bad. It's not, it looks a little gimmicky, but it's like.
This is a lot for a logo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it makes it look gimmicky.
That's a lot. That looks very gimmicky.
That's what makes it look gimmicky. It looks like a kid's site. But look how nice the pictures are, the nice photographer. And I like the size of those. You're going to go click on close-up, and I'm going to close my eyes because there'll be bugs and crap in there I don't want to see.
Really nice pictures. You know what? This website does not do you justice.
It does not do you justice. It's not bad, but I'm telling you what's killing you is that giant Nature Crate photo thing.
Yeah, this has got to go.
That's got to go.
Could you imagine Nature Crate photo with just this? Nature Crate photo.
But real elegant Nature Crate
and then
photo. That's a pretty
just
photo.
the links. I mean, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then or Nature Crate photo.
All right. Hey, while we're finding, That's nice. Well, we're finding
Wing Chun.
Wing Chun. Stop it. Every tree is not a Wing Chun dummy. Q Charles, which I believe is Quentin Charles. Hey, Scott, can you tell us what new course will be up tomorrow? Man, I love when people ask a question like that. Tomorrow, Jason Joseph's inspirational interview. So Jason Joseph is a photographer out of New York City, and does some really cool stuff. He's done some things in the industry and with his photography. It's an inspirational interview with Mia, so that goes live tomorrow.
Nice.
Go watch those.
Nice.
People are always surprised.
I'm wrong. I put the wrong thing. It's Mark Rodriguez or Jason Joseph.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
I was just curious. I was just like, Jason.
Yeah, it's not that one, apparently, Brad says. And
My
Brad,
bad. My bad.
Brad's bad.
I was just like,
it is not.
Jason
It's
Joseph?
Mark Rodriguez. So Mark Rodriguez is a really creepy.
That's much better.
He's a really creepy guy.
I like
No. Mark is a very cool guy.
Amazing.
He is an
photographer.
amazing artist, an amazing
He's
guy.
great.
His stuff is a tad creepy.
Yeah, and you know what? I like that. I
know,
think it's
like-
great that
I know.
it kinda-
I had him as a guest blogger, and people really liked it. So he's really good.
Yeah, art should unsettle you a little bit.
It's unsettling.
And that I think is great. I think it's really
but
cool.
he's his skill.
He's pretty amazing.
He's got mad skills.
He's pretty amazing.
All right. Hey, we don't have much time left. We're actually out of time. So 2 things I want to do. Number 1, I just want to mention 2 things. Atlanta, I'm there next week. Boom, come out with Friday. I got like over 300 photographers going to be with me for the day in Atlanta on Friday. So come and see me. On Wednesday, I'll be in Richmond, Virginia. This is my Shoot Like a Pro Part 2. So it's if you've never been to Part 1, you'll have a great time. If you've been to Part 1, your head will explode. Wednesday in Richmond, Virginia. Friday, go to KelbyOneLive.com and
go to
you can sign up for
KelbyOne.com/live.
$99. Come and see me. And then I'm in Houston, I don't know, sometime in February. But anyway, next week. Also, I'm going to be in Birmingham in the UK. So I'm going to England on March 19th through 22nd. I'm on the super stage.
Ooh.
It's not just the regular stage.
When are you doing
Super-
this?
Stay with me, super stage. No, this is a really big, the photography show in Birmingham is a huge photography event. I'm there March 19, and I think I'm actually there the 19th and 20th. Now, the show runs 19th through 22nd. I think I'm there the first couple of days. And so that is, come out and see me. I would love to see you. I love the UK. I love the British people. So come out and see me. I'm putting together a special class.
Special class.
Yeah, and the name sounds like something
Naughty?
I won't tell you. Anyway, it's going to be cool, and I hope you can come out and see me live on stage, and that's coming up in March. RC will be in Dubai.
Yeah, well,
at
actually, here,
Gulf Photo Plus.
Yeah, but before we do that, just
Oh,
make
there's
sure
the photography
make
show
sure
right
you
there.
go to the photography show, thephotography.show.com. That's the place. It's March
Photographyshow.com.
19th to 27th in Birmingham. So that's
22nd,
where you're going to be
yeah.
doing the 22nd. You'll be doing
At
that on the
NEC,
Macy.
which is, there's my picture. That's me. See that? That's me right there. Right?
And so on February, I'm going to be going to Gulf Photo Plus, February 5th through the 12th. So there's a bunch of different photographers that are out there in Dubai. So if you are in that one spot, make sure that you come and take a look for Photo Week. So more information on that can be found at gulfphotoplus.com.
Bye. Okay. Lastly, Ickledoc asked my Instagram course. So the course is how photographers can grow their audience on Instagram. Is it any nearer? I believe it's next Thursday.
Yeah, it's
Not
28th.
tomorrow, but a week from then it's coming out. So there you go, Ickledot. It's coming out a week from then. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a lightning round to end this off, which is, by the way, Brad's idea. We're going to just look at them real quick, and we're going to give just 1 or 2 quick. Here's a good one. Here's a bad one. Here's one thing to make your site better. We're only going to do one thing. We're not going to try to move your CSS. We're not going to pick on stuff. We're going to look at it, and we're going to give you a quick one.
Okay.
Okay, it's Insects gone. No, actually, that's a nice website. I like the site. And as
Is
long
that
as you-
insects?
That's an insect. Those are
they're
like
2
bugs
insects?
or bees or something horrible.
That's 2 insects expressing their love
Oh,
through touch.
God, they are expressing their love through touch. That's so awkward.
So,
anyway,
all right.
I don't know if I'd have put that on the cover, but I like the site design. And
It's pretty clean, pretty straightforward. You know,
Yeah,
it does
I mean-
exactly what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it's nice big pictures and easy to scroll through, and it didn't auto scroll. And I would put the wolf in front or the porcupine.
rather than bugs doing it.
Yeah, bugs doing it, does not doing it. Okay, this
Here's
is
a
another
good.
one.
This is a good thing that I was talking about.
This is what RC was talking about
There's
earlier.
the thing. There's the setup. I like that's pretty cool.
That's a nice site, and I like how you can kind of the
No scrolly uppy downy.
yeah,
See?
good photographer. Look how many good photographers we've had today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
Ooh,
good.
I
I
like
like
that.
POW journal. Let's just go
That's
ahead and
nice.
just take one quick picture, one quick gander at this one spot here. You got your load. John takes photos. That's kind of cool.
Picture of the week journal. That's nice.
Clean, simple, straightforward. You got
Yeah.
some great shots. That's good. Your galleries.
We're taking too long on this one.
Yeah, just looking,
John
just
takes
looking.
photos. We already like him. Let's go with something else. And we're off. Oh, I love the site. I love it already. I like the photo on the front.
Brian
It's a-
Schmidt.
It's a engaging photo on the front. I like how the navigation is simple and it's over to the left. You got his phone number right on the front page.
Okay, now can I just tell you a gripe about phone numbers? Please make sure that that phone number is not your real phone number. Hopefully it is not, or a business number, things like that. A lot of the times I tell people, if you're just getting into this as a business and you're going to be using your regular phone, go out and get a Google Voice number. Go to google.com, search for Google Voice.
Because you'll get spammed to death.
Then at that point, you can use that number and have that number route to your real phone. And
Yeah.
all of that stuff will take your email. They'll transcribe most of that stuff for you.
All right.
So just keep
you
that in
gotta
mind.
get rid of the investment thing, but can we click on either weddings or seniors?
Oh.
Go to seniors. Oh, whatever you clicked on. This is a nice
Clean.
site. Nice, clean. I like the size of the thumbnails.
I
And
wish
really,
his logo were a little bit bigger. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, his
I wish
logo
his name
could be a little,
a
his
tad
could be,
bigger.
It could be a tad bigger.
But the site's snappy.
Yeah, it's snappy, and your images are happy.
Nice, big.
Nice and big and good. We like your site. Now we roll on. This is a lightning round. This is not lightning. All right. This is Tempe, Arizona.
Get rid of the drop shadow.
Get rid of the drop shadow. Tacky.
Yes.
That's a very 1999 website.
Wow.
And
but other than that,
well, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty picture. You could back
Looks
off
nice.
a tad on the post processing a little bit. That's blank critiques. Good photographer. Another good photographer.
yeah, that's some great photography here.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's nice.
This guy said to refresh to see a different picture on the homepage.
Oh, refresh to see, but that won't save that drop shadow.
Yeah.
That drop shadow ain't gonna help.
Oh, so it just
Oh,
does
it's
a
different
different
one
picture
every
every
time?
time you refresh? Okay, but still, the drop
But
shadow.
you know what I would do? I wouldn't do that. Because you know what? Here's why I like that shot. Here's why. Some shots that's a good opening shot. That's way stronger, by the way, than your other opening shot. But let me just say this. So one time I might get your best shot. One time I might get your fifth best shot. One time I might get your eighth best shot.
You may have just changed it to be that because it's not random.
Yeah, it's not random
okay.
anymore. Oh, that's a much better shot, by the way, for that front.
Ooh.
This is a good photographer. This
Yeah,
is
he
a
is.
good photographer. Get rid of that drop shadow.
Hey,
that's
I know where that
We
is.
know where that is. That is in St. Lucia.
Ah, God, I love St. Lucia.
St. Lucia is the hottest place on earth.
Oh,
Okay.
God, it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It's just they're one air conditioner short of paradise. Okay, let's go to another one. Good job on your get rid of the drop shadow.
Okay.
It's not bringing you anything.
Who's this?
I don't know, but I like it. I like that shot. I like him. That's very dramatic.
But okay, there we go.
John Ayers. Jason Ayers, crud.
Not bad.
I should actually
Click.
look.
About
Goes to a boot.
photo.
It's a little gimmicky. Not
It's not
bad,
bad.
though.
Pretty straightforward.
Good photographer.
Takes your navigation, puts it at the bottom. I was kind of expecting something a little different. I don't think it's that bad. This
Those are
is
just
a
the
lot.
anchors?
This is a lot of space to give up for pictures.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like, imagine photo and then all of these. If you're going to do grids, right? Imagine doing one grid right here.
Go up a little, too.
It'd be a little bit more.
Go up a little. Yeah, that's a wasted one. You know what? I would tell you, Jason, I imagine that's a picture of you, a handsome man. Get me to the pictures.
I don't want to see who you are.
If I want to learn about you,
This ain't
I'll-
Tinder.
This ain't Tinder, Jason. If I want to learn about you, I'll click the About button. I want to see what you're doing, what kind of stuff you're going to do for me. Now, unless you go, that's not a picture of me. That's one of my clients or something. Okay,
then-
but when I see a big picture of Jason, the words Jason Ayers and a picture of a person, I'm assuming that's Jason Ayers.
Right.
Yeah, Jason.
It's not you. It's your pictures.
Yeah, it's
Get
your
to the
pictures.
pictures.
Get to the pictures, bro. You make me work all the way down there. Let's have a big captivating picture up there. This site is a little too gimmicky. Got some nice videos.
Let's face it. The best stories are love stories. Please get rid of cliches. The best stories are not love stories.
The best stories are about Call of Duty.
Unless you're into Friday the 13th, then it's hacker stories. Or if you're not into love story, like a divorce story. Night at the Museum. I just saw it. It was pretty cool.
You know what I would do? I'm okay with, I would just leave off the words let's face it. Just the best stories are love stories.
Yeah, let's face it. Let's face it makes me go,
Anyway, but you know
let's
what?
face it.
I'm not even going to get down that far. I'm afraid, Jason, I'd have bolted before I got down to all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of
A
stuff.
lot
I
of
think
big
it's time for a
type
new
for
template,
nothing.
Jason. New template.
Switch.
All right. Next, quick, this is not a lightning round. Ooh, love it, love it. Love that picture. Love the baby.
Great way to start.
Great layout.
I think this is pretty
That's a
good.
Squarespace layout right there. Justin takes photos. Justin takes
Brad's like, this is some
photos.
Squarespace. I'm like, I know, you could tell because they always do that kind of bottom. That they
That's
do
the one
that
Brad
bottom nav
uses.
layout.
I hit photography though, because this or just scroll. Here we go.
Now, here's the thing. People argue about this all the time. They're like, oh, that's the same template that I'm using, or that's the same
cares?
thing that I'm doing. And I'm like, dude,
They always look different.
It is 2016. At this point, people want to see the stuff.
Yeah,
people respect the
yeah.
fact that the templates are
And by
generally
the
going
way,
to look at the same.
all we're looking at
is the pictures.
is the pictures.
Yeah.
And these are good pictures. Oh, who's a good boy? Ooh. Sorry. Another good photographer.
That's cute.
Oh, that's really cute. Baby butt. Okay.
Baby butt.
And it's responsive. Okay. Good photographer. Lightning round.
Like it.
Good job.
Ken Metcham.
Ken, I got to tell you, this is an ugly site. I don't know why. It's just kind of ugly. I hate the border. The border is awful.
The border around the picture is hurting it. You know what? The typography
the logo
hurts
is
it.
bad. It
And that
looks-
makes you do it because I
this
think
looks
that
like a U.S. government informational website.
yeah, I think that this here
Ken, spend the $8. Is it Smug Mug?
Yeah.
Come on, Smug Mug. Ken, Smug Mug has some wonderful. That's a good picture. That should be the first one, by the way.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where it's like the pictures are really nice. Yeah. That border's killing it.
That border's just crushing.
I wonder.
Smug Mug is great.
I don't know. Smug Mug would do that. Is that
I don't
you?
know. I don't know. Look.
Oh, I'll
Ken,
tell you exactly if it is him or not.
Ken, no, don't go through all that. This is a lightning round. Ken,
copyrighted.
Ken,
what?
Ken, here's the thing. Two things. Number one, you got to go and get a better template. This template's horrible. Your site, it's killing your photos. Number two, as Brad just pointed out, you look really grumpy in your about page picture. Go to the about me.
Oh.
Get off the CSS. Get off the
I was just going to
HTML.
take the picture.
No, go to.
Whoa,
dude. You look grumpy.
No.
I don't want to hire you for anything.
Just a different picture. Just turn sideways. Dude, you're totally cool.
Just smile.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
you look like an angry man. I'm not having you on my to shoot my cricket team.
You know what? In action. If you're doing sports photography, do a picture of you in action.
Yeah, if you don't want to smile,
cool.
but I'm telling you what, you just look straight up angry.
Yeah, and
grumpy.
that's the one thing. I think that it's just a different picture of you in action. It doesn't matter. Like, I was just reading this that says, I'm a 60-year-old disabled man with a spinal injury. Here's the thing, Ken.
Gotta smile.
That's cool. Like, you know what? Put yourself at work. You are out shooting pictures as a 60-year-old man with a spinal injury. Show yourself in your element.
Yeah.
People would want to see that.
But
like, I'm going to want to see that. And smile.
Smile. Make us think you're a fun, happy guy.
But the logo's changing it.
Ken, you're doing yourself a disservice with this site. I think
just the logo.
This is close to worst side of the day, Ken. And it's not the photography, it's the presentation.
Yeah. You could choose a different template and it'd be completely
Choose a different template. This is
Oh, it just hit me in the junk.
Not getting it done.
Sorry.
It's not going for the junk.
Butt shot.
All right, next, lightning round. Hurry.
Tom Patrick.
Ooh, I like it. Oh no.
Right through the
John
goalposts.
Patrick. Why don't you have the navigation on this page?
No,
Why
I'm
are
not
you
even
making
looking at it.
Yeah, we're not even going to look. Dan Lee.
Events, gigs, studios, weddings in New York. That looks 1970.
Yeah, man, that looks really dated.
That looks 1970.
If you took out the words Dan Lee's photography and put Studio 54 there, would anybody blink? Oh, get out of
I'm
the
like, I was just, no, wait, I was
inspector.
just going to write. Here. Studio 54. There we go. So, yeah, it's a little dated. It's a little dated. And that is a long menu.
Also, we got some saturated color going on here. Scroll. Come on, Brad's making us go. Brad's, yeah. No, scroll. Go back and scroll.
Oh, you want to scroll?
I just want to see the, yeah.
And he's got great work.
Yeah. It's not the photography.
It's great stuff.
It's boy, that stuff on the side's pretty bad. It's kind of a cool site on some level.
Yeah.
Except for it just looks like a site it was done in the 80s.
It's the logo type treatment.
1979 website.
This
All right.
is cute.
Cute photos, but I don't know. Let's see. The photos seem very small and unimpactful. Good photographer. Really good photographer.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging this. And you know what? I kind of like the fact that I'm going down in this space. I love the fact that the navigation is persistent.
That's
so
good.
the
Persistent
more you go down,
navigation.
it's still here for you. You can still get into these individual things. I like the background
All
treatment.
right, so
on
we
that.
like it. Let's roll on.
Yeah,
We're
I
just
think this is a
lightning
good
around.
site.
We're gonna get through a couple more lightning. What
James
is your name, Marcy?
McSwain.
Well, this isn't bad.
This is half of the page for the
This
name.
is his name. The name's a little bit big. James, you might back off on your name size a little bit. You know what's interesting? The way you have thumbnails over the main image. It's kind of interesting. I haven't seen that before.
But still gets in the way, I
yeah.
think.
No, but a good photographer again. So many good photographers
Great
today.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not been one spot where you talked about the work. Like the work has been pretty good.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that it goes to the top. I would have preferred it if it just would have been James
can't we
McSwain
just-
in one color, photographer in another.
Why can't we just
and
do
then the
that?
menu,
Yeah. Why can't we just do that right there, James?
And then just go there.
Hey, you know what?
Just that.
That should be your homepage right there. That's kind of interesting right there. Everything's the right size. I don't know. That's pretty good. All right, roll on. Hold on. We got like two more. We got to go. Brian Kelly.
I saw Brian Kelly's photography. This was one of the first sites
I like
that I
this.
looked at. He's got some really good stuff, and he
Ooh,
shoots.
he's a good photographer.
He shoots a lot of celebrities. So he does a lot of celebrity portraiture.
Yeah.
He's got some great architecture work.
That looks like
But like if you take a look at his roster, he's got a great roster. I'll tell you right now,
he's a good photographer. He's a really good photographer.
things that are bugging me about it. I hate the internal scroll. Right? You have a scroll on the outside, then you have this internal scroll that kind of sits right here
Yeah.
in the center. It becomes very confusing. You've got killer work, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that your website's doing you any justice.
Right? I think that the tight treatment here feels very kind of
Hey, you know what?
Terminator-ish.
Yeah.
It's
You know what you need, Brian? Seriously, you just need a different template. You got great images, but
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
killer stuff. I mean, it's
yeah, you got some good stuff, Amy Schumer.
and then this, like right here, like you have this logo thing that kind of turns into this square, which is basically, I know what it's telling you. It's telling you, do you click on it, you go to the grid.
Yeah, we can't.
But
Right, we can't. I didn't.
it
Get
needs
that.
a different template.
Look, Brian, you got great work, and your website is not giving you your dues.
Yeah.
$8 a
That's
month,
it.
man. Go
That's
to
what I would do.
SmugMug, go to Squarespace, get a nice site.
Boom.
Look
Lots
at
of
this,
white space.
the very next one.
No, lots of white space being wasted
Yeah.
on images.
That's very nice. I like their.
It's
their,
nice.
I like the. This is nice.
It's clean. However, I feel like it's a lot of white space that's wasted.
No,
Unless
I
it's
don't think that's bad. I like this site. You know,
I
you
like
felt
that
about
it's
the other one. I
responsive.
like it. It's responsive.
that's
I like
a
it.
lot of air up here. People want to get to the pictures. This
Yeah,
is me.
but there's a picture right there. It's a pretty big size picture.
Yeah.
Now, could it all move up a little and the picture be a little bigger? Yeah, but it's still big enough to have impact. It goes side to side. You know, it's not my favorite template of the day, but it's not bad. It's not my favorite, not bad.
How about this one? What do you think of this one?
This one's got some issues. No, it's
It's okay. It's all right. C+.
the photos need work. The
Yeah, it's all right. Is that soft?
No, it is not. No, it is not soft. It is. We call that tack freaking sharp. So that's the one. That's the one where the guy said you need to shift your image. That one right there.
Okay.
You need to shift your images down and so that you cut off the feed or whatever.
Right.
instead of that. Okay, so we have completely run out of time.
Right.
So our lightning round wasn't all that fast.
It was kind of just
It was a
flash
semi-lightning
lightning,
round.
wasn't it?
But so first off, thanks to everybody that submitted their website.
Absolutely. Great photography.
We had great photographers today. It's so nice to see so many nice images. I think if we wanted to leave you with anything, is the star of your portfolio and of your site should be the photos. Make me fall in love with the images. Don't make me fall in love with your logo or with a giant picture of you or your text in giant. It really, remember what it's for, and remember what do you want people's first impression to be, because you're not going to get a second chance on a first impression. Whatever they think, they're going to look and see it, and that's what it's going to be. So start off and make me think, wow, this one's great and I want to dig in further, not like, oh, this is kind of weird and I'm out of here. That would be my and don't put up a wall before it.
Don't put up a wall before it. And I would just tell people, be careful with your header. Remember that all of that real estate space that you have in the main portion of the page is dedicated to making the best impression that you can. If you have to scroll to take a look at a picture, you're not doing it right. Make sure that anything that you have to do for navigation sits nice and tight up at the top.
Yeah, you made a really great point when you showed that today, that one that the whole picture was there. There's nothing worse than 3/4 of a picture and then you see the last quarter.
Yeah. You would
know what
never
it
show
does?
you would never show a picture of a person and go, "Hey, look, take a look at this. This is pretty cool, huh?" Like, you would never do that.
got
So
a good
don't do that
point.
with your site.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for watching. Thanks to all of our sponsors and all of the cool people. And what are you pointing at? Oh, we're giving away stuff.
Yeah, we are giving
Wow,
away
I was
two
almost
things.
like ready
I'm
to
gonna give
say
away
bye.
Photoshop for Lightroom users by Mr. Scott Kelby. If
Mr.
you want to win this, Mr., the man who signs the checks.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
That cover's like oversaturated.
It is.
And they knew
But
it
I
when
think
they,
that's just a model.
They knew it when they printed it. No,
Oh,
it's the real
it
thing.
is.
Yeah, they knew it when they printed it. I saw it and they thought I was going to be all crazy about it. And I'm like, yeah, it's oversaturated.
And it could be selective color.
No, it's not selective color. It's just oversaturated, but it wasn't my fault. It's the printing.
The other thing you're going to win is you're going to win a Lightest Shooter Retouch It by Scott Kelby as well.
It's
Learn
Mr.
step by
It's,
step.
I'm sorry, it is
It's Mr. if you're nasty. Sorry.
Oh, gosh, Ustreamer said, Scott, you didn't open your laptop. What will your wife say?
It was here just in case. That's what it was here for.
She's extremely cool. She will not say anything. She's like, I'm really glad you had it just in case you needed it.
Yeah,
She's
that's
awesome.
right. Now, how are you going to get to these images? Or how are you going to win one of these books? You're going to go to kelbytv.com/contest. Put in the show, put in your name, put in your email, put in your website, and tell us which one of the books you want to win. We'll be more than happy to pick a winner and send you guys the book.
And send you the book. We don't care where you are in the world either.
No, we'll just send it. We'll send Brad to go bring it to you.
We'll send. Oh, Brad says something. Look at me. He says, wow.
Yeah.
What are you about our site?
One thing, just really quickly, you were talking about the CSS code and all that to push images down. I was talking to somebody in the chat about that, and on Squarespace, when you're editing a gallery page, your thumbnails have a little circle on them. If you move that circle, that's the focal point, is what
Right.
Squarespace calls it, and it'll crop, like wherever you put the circle, Squarespace will automatically crop based on where the focal point is on the picture. So that
He's
that helps.
right. No, he's absolutely right. Brad, you have just brought a little sunshine to my day.
Nice. That's what he does. Anyway, thanks to all of you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys. We won't see you next week.
I won't be here next week. Next Wednesday, I'll be in Richmond, Virginia. So for those of you watching next week, go, where's Scott? I feel like he's in Richmond.
So I'll be here with a couple of guests right on the grid. We will see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.